Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of our Journeyman series here on Football Coach College Dynasty. This is Turnover Carbon, and we are ranked 10th in the country to begin the 2031 season. Times are good in Fresno. We have won the Mountain West 3 years in a row, made the playoffs and the quarterfinals of the playoffs twice in a row. Things are good. Things are solid. You could not have hoped for a better start. Currently, our team sits 30th in the country in offensive talent with an 84 and 8th in the country in defensive talent with an 87. Like I said before, we are ranked 10th to open the season. Hopefully, we can stay in this range to keep in that playoff hunt. It also should be noted that the team we beat in the playoffs last year, Maryland, is ranked 11th. So they're no pushovers from last year. In case you missed the previous episode, we went through the transfer portal, got our offseason gains, and did a little bit of recruiting before I did the rest off stream, as is my wont. But before we get into this game against Louisville, let me talk first the booster goals for this season, as well as player promises, and players that might be drafted. First things first, booster goals. So, as you can see, almost everyone is of the hard variety. Diamond is for 5 million, hold at least 3 opponents to 100 rush yards or fewer. I think that'll be pretty easy just based on how bad the Mountain West is. Silver for about 1.9 million, hold opponents to less than 24 points per game. For reference, last year we held them to 12. And we have a much easier schedule this year. So that one should also be doable. And then our bronze. We lost a gold donor and we got a bronze. So we have many bronze donors this year. First bronze for 3 million, have a linebacker earn all conference. Another bronze 3 million, have a safety earn all conference. Then finally, Adam James, who this has been his money and objective every time. 3 million, beat San Diego State. Simple as that. And then finally, 3 million, win the division, which we have done every year at Fresno State. It also helps that we have the easier of the two Mountain West divisions. Only two of the teams are ranked inside the top 100, whereas if you look at the other side, only one team isn't, and it's New Mexico at 101. So we do benefit from the easier of the two divisions, but you can't pick what division you're in. Though the game was updated recently, and there is a setting, I believe this is only for news saves, where you can make it so that the divisions are irrelevant and just the top two teams would make the conference game. So those are booster goals. I think all of them are easily doable. Safety earning all conference, we have had that for 2 of the previous 3 years, so that should be fine. Really, the only one we're kind of in danger in is the less than 100 yards rushing 3 times, but we play some pretty bad teams. And the other benefit of these all being difficult is each one comes with almost a $3 million price tag. So that's a lot of money that will go into our program next year. And then finally, the athletic director, his expectation is to finish ranked in the top 25, which we have done every year, and make the playoff, which we've done 2 out of 3. That should be pretty easy. For player promises, offensive lineman Brandon Estes wants to play in 60% of snaps. He will easily do so. He is probably my second best offensive lineman. That's no issue. And then finally, my backup kicker, Diego Boston, wants to play in 9 games. So he will be our punter this year instead of Matthews, which objectively he's a worse punter. Like, and it's not really even close, but I need him because he's going to be our starting kicker for the next 2 years after Matthews graduates. So I can sacrifice a year of having a slightly worse punter. Now, players at risk of being drafted. There are 4 names on this list. Redshirt sophomore corner Sean Cody is leaning towards school, which would be amazing. Bryson Cook is uh, leaning toward the draft. He is gone. Like, I have already had to pay him $1.5 million to keep him for one more season. He's gone. And then defensive lineman Eddie Morrison, who is projected to be the 4th round, and it says leaving if in early rounds. Now, this game defines early rounds as 3, 2, and 1. So if that stays 4th round, we should be fine. Eddie Morrison obviously was the transfer from Baylor who crushed it last season with double-digit tackles for loss and 5 sacks. And now we get to the last one. Damian Fisher, our star quarterback, mocked to the 3rd round, and he is leaving if in the early rounds. Now, let me get one thing out of the way. If it is possible for me to convince Damian Fisher to stay, whether financially or through a promise, I will do so. Only having this amazing quarterback for 2 years would be very painful. That's priority number 1, is keeping him for at least one more year. Other than that, I mean, Bryson, I know, is gone. Sean Cody hopefully stays. Eddie Morrison is amazing. Hopefully he also stays for his senior year, but Damian Fisher is the one that, yeah, that could go poorly. And, if we lose him, we don't have a great succession plan at quarterback because Jalen Prez is going to graduate. He was our backup this year. And then our other 2 QBs, Riley Wilder and Jason Walters, are not ready, as you can see by the fact that both of them have less than 70 accuracy, and Jason Walters' IQ is a 64. So we have no backup plan. We would need to consult the transfer portal to get a QB in the room. So all of that being said, let us get to our game against Louisville, and then I'll talk about recruiting after I advance the week. Louisville. So last year actually I can look better at this screen. So last year we scheduled Louisville. No, was it 2 years ago? I have my years mixed up. Pardon me. There we go. Yeah, so 2 years ago we scheduled Louisville. We beat them 42-14. This was this was the game where I made the comment that they did a really good job of stopping our run game. We just killed them in the air a bit. They they don't have Ernesto anymore, which is a shame. He had a great mustache. But let's see who Louisville has. So they have 28th offense, 18th defense. That ain't bad. Reese Hines is their starting QB. It looks like he was their backup. They paid $2.4 million for him. Okay. He looks fine. I mean, not great. Ooh, they have a running back, Lance Sykes, who's an amazing power back. I am so jealous. Looks like they got a couple solid backups also. That is a receiving core. Eddie Schmidt, true freshman, 80 overall, A-. You know I'd redshirt him. I hope the AI redshirts him because there's no point in having a true freshman be your 6th wide receiver if you can avoid it. So in that case, I think I fear their wide receiver room the most. So let's limit their downfield passing, work on our downfield passing game, and see how it goes. I am optimistic this season. We should go undefeated. Like, this year's schedule is objectively easier than the year before. Odds are the only 3 teams that might be ranked when we face them would be Kent State if they start 3-0, Liberty if they're undefeated or maybe take a loss, and then San Diego State. Other than that, It's unranked the whole way through. We should go undefeated. Louisville is favored in this game, which again begs the question why they aren't ranked. Are they like 26th? They're 30th. I am a little confused how 28th offense and 18 defense means you're unranked. Like, North Carolina is ahead of them 53-33. Stanford is ranked 60-35. Cal is ranked 47-31. I feel like Louisville should be ranked. All right, anyway, who cares? Let's rock and roll. Oh, they have a recruit visiting QB Logan Finney, who I'm going to be honest. I mean, the D plus accuracy is grim, but C plus IQ you can work with. Played show 2 years ago, and we beat them 42-14, but Louisville is favored. They're also at home, so if we were at home, it'd be what, a 2-point our way, I think? Louisville elects to receive. That's fine. You may do so. The AI knows that I call Thunder Smoke on the opening play. Oh, and they killed us. Oh no, the dream is dead. I forgot to look if their QB can run. I didn't think he could. Nah, not really. All right, so that means 2 high safety, blitz the linebacker more often than not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have discovered a flaw. It's called our defense sucks. All right, 3rd and 2. I bet they pass it, but just in case they run, I'm blitzing a linebacker. Nice, Lance. I'm going to be honest with you. That is about as bad a defensive drive we have had in a long time. And then Axel Hale gets 0 yards. This could be good. And Jason McDonald, the transfer, with a 67-yard pass to open things. Welcome to the club. Axel Hale gets in the end zone. See, what took Louisville 8 plays, 85 yards, took me 3. Or 2, really. Oh, boy. That's funny. Okay, let's see if our defense can actually get like a 3 and out. That would be nice. I would like that very much if we could do so. There we go. 3 and out, they punt. Okay. What started as abject terror has become a little bit more stable. That said, Axel Hill just went backwards again. We punt 2. Back-to-back 3 and outs. Oh, they convert to 3rd and 10. I should have brought the safety back. That seems to be the work. Derek Chambers with the first sack of the season. Okay. Mr. Chambers, the transfer from Missouri State, where he was a god on the football field. That works. Now the question becomes, can I get a running game going? For more on that, Dennis Jordan loses a yard. Oh, boy. Yeah, not having Keaton Peters or Garrison is going to be rough. All right, Jerome Lockhart gets us the first down. We're into the second quarter. We're driving. Nehemiah Brewer, our 3rd running back, gets the touchdown. Good for you, sir. I was about to say after that first drive, our defense has settled down, but then they rattle off 2 big plays. So strike that one from the record. I'm still going 2 high safety. Good call. Thank you, Braden Reyes. They punt. And the Hale goes backwards again. Not really what I want, and they have the ball with really good field position. Yeah, Hale has 5 carries for 13 yards. I don't know about any of you, but that doesn't seem good. And they just storm down the field with complete reckless abandon, and they're on the board 14-0. Okay. Let's try to get this running game going. That 18-yard rush definitely helps. Dennis Jordan goes backwards. Brewer goes backwards. All right, Matthews made the 44-yarder, which is good, but man alive. Not looking great. Ooh, they got 7 yards when they needed 8. Oh boy. I am going to keep 2 clock on and just run the ball a little bit, kill some clock, and they get a 40-yard pass. So there goes that theory. Oh boy. Yeah, our defense is not doing great. Uncharacteristically so. Though it may just be that Louisville is the best team we faced this year. And to be fair, that's probably true. But let's see if we can get there. Edward Boyle with the 29-yard touchdown. We did leave them a little bit of clock. It looks like they're content with running it. And they are. I am going to call a timeout just in case we return the punt for a touchdown. No. Yeah, let's just run it. Cool. All right, so early returns in that first half. They're averaging 8 yards a pass. And we are 0 for 4 on third down. So if we can fix both of those things, I think we'll be fine. We are now 0 for 5 on third down. There goes that. There we go. Defense gets a 3 and out. Thank you, fellas. Axel Hale gets 0 yards. Thank you, Jerome. Man. That was our first third down conversion of the game, and it didn't happen until the second half. Hey, there we go. The run game is starting to arrive a little bit. McDonald, 9 yards. In the red zone. Hale goes backwards. Oh, that drive died. And it's picked. Dakota Lanier with the first defensive takeaway of the season. They did 4 verts when I did a DB blitz. That's actually hilarious. Imagine. Full screen. Didn't work. Oh, and then Dennis Jordan back. We really had such great field position. Incomplete, backwards pass incomplete, and Matthews misses the kick. Yeah, that tracks with how my luck is as of late. Defense gets another 3 and out. Our defense is very Jekyll and Hyde today. 3rd and 6. Let's try drive. No dice. We punt. Unbelievable. 3rd and 3. They're 5 wide. So unless it's a designed QB run with a QB that can't run, it is a pass. Incomplete. They're going for it, which I like. I like an aggressive AI. And they get it. They ran the ball. Dang. They get the 3rd and 6 too. Yep. There we go. Nicholas Unger, the redshirt freshman, with the pick in the end zone. I'm also a little bit worried that or I guess he's our 3rd safety, not our 4th safety. Yeah, he's our 3rd safety. Okay. For a second, I couldn't remember if I put him or Poe up top, and I was like, did our 4th safety? Is he in the game right now? Oh, we converted the 3rd and 8. Ooh, man. Our defense has gotten 2 turnovers, and we still haven't been able to put this game away. As Dennis Jordan goes backwards once again, and we punt. Unbelievable. They don't convert the 3rd and 7. They also punt. 3rd and 9 is where I want to be in my life. Why do you ask? Man, our 3rd down conversion rate, 2 of 12. Uh-oh. 3rd and 9. Oh, they punt. Our defense, man, has held so strong. There we go. Okay. 2-minute warning. I think mathematically, if we get 2 more first downs, we win the game. Well, shucks. I'm going to pass it on 3rd and 7. Incomplete. All right, we punt. So they have a minute 35, no timeouts to get in the end zone. Could be worse, could be better. Don't get me wrong. I'm just going man coverage the whole rest of the way, and if they burn us, then so be it. But all right, 4th and 10. Here we go. If we get a stop, we win the game. We got the stop. Cody Bailey with the deflection. That'll do it. Let's just run the ball for some reps. That's that. All right, we beat Louisville, a team that should have been ranked. Don't know why they weren't. But that was a bad offensive day. Like, I know we put up 27 points, but 2 of 13 on third down, 3.7 yards rushing. Bad offensive day. Reese Hines threw the ball 58 times. Yeesh, that's a high number. But yeah, I mean, the running backs did okay, but they had way too many negative plays. McDonald, the transfer, had 145 yards. Eddie Boyle got a touchdown. Gio Boyle was targeted 9 times, only had 3 receptions. Lockhart targeted 7, only had 3. That kind of hurt. But Chambers got a sack, a couple picks from the safeties. Matthews missed one of his kicks, but that is the kind of edge of his range. I'm just happy we won, man. That was a good one. Dude, I genuinely didn't know you could add players to the Ring of Honor. I thought it was done automatically. We drop in the ranking. Excuse me. Excuse me. You're going to tell me with a straight face that Oklahoma, Auburn, blowing out Big Ten schools, Oregon blew out a MAC school, and that. Whatever. Whatever. All right, let me talk recruiting really quick. So the positions of need that I identified for this upcoming season are tight end, O line, D line, and some manner of defensive back help. Interestingly enough, as you can see here, we are in the running for a superstar, safety Davion Sellers, who is a 5-star, 87 overall, A- potential, just the best safety I've ever seen in this game. Zone coverage is 100, man is 89, his 85 speed, 87 tackling. He's awesome. Alabama is the other school that is interested in him. So it is us in Bama for all the marbles. Really the 2 reasons that we're in on him is firstly proximity to home is an A+. Unfortunately, stinking Bama's marketing is so good. It's like, and the other reason is we can match Bama pound for pound for college life. He also cares a lot about NIL. So if it comes down to money, obviously Bama has more than us. But I am sticking with, Bama the whole way. If they get him, great. But I really want him on my team. If I were to offer him his market value, which is 1.6, then I would get about 728 points. So I'm not going to offer him NIL money just yet. I'm going to see how the recruiting visits get scheduled. But he's obviously superstar, 3rd overall recruit. Get him in the building. The other 5-star guy we're looking at is corner Edwin Cole, who is already a good tackler. He's got good IQ. His coverage also isn't bad. Like 69 zone coverage as a recruit, I'll take that. The big things, obviously, is his speed's a 71. His strength is not that much better. But us and Baylor are in the running for him, so pretty good to get him. Other players of note, JUCO tight end Ibrahim Jean would be our starting tight end next year without question. He's a solid catcher, no speed or route running whatsoever, but he can block, which isn't the worst thing in the world. And then just your classic high potential guys. Um, no one real crazy. I am going after a kicker just in case. You never know. Ooh, Kenneth Allison can schedule. Is San Jose State at home this year? No. Game's gone. In that case, hmm, I'll schedule him for the Liberty game, I think, just to get that going. And then Skylar Murrell, you can be the Air Force game because I want you to be sooner. And then let's get to the other thing. So I am looking at a QB. There's no real point in me going after a recruit because I have younger backup QBs. JUCO guy though is tempting. So that brings me to Christian Campbell. And one of the only reasons I'm in on him, his interest in me is a 99, and no one else, including like the Auburn and the Georges of the world, is in the 90s. So if I want him and I don't screw this up, he's mine. If you look at his numbers, they're pretty good. He has a running ability, which is awesome. His IQ is solid. Or, excuse me, his accuracy is solid. The IQ is obviously the only bad thing, which is a 70. My thinking here is if Fisher leaves, Campbell starts next year. If he stays, I redshirt Campbell. Maybe he complains, maybe he doesn't. If he does, I promise him the starting job the year after that, which he would get anyway. So Christian Campbell is my succession plan for Fisher, and he's going to be a lot cheaper than a transfer QB would. I'm just going to have you join Eddie Finch in the Utah State game. I think that was all of them. So yeah, the rest are just your high potential guys. A couple 4 stars in there. O-line Philip Ramsey is a solid run blocker, but just needs more strength immediately. Seth Rashid, the only thing he can do is man coverage. He has 55 zone for crying out loud. The only thing he can do is man coverage, but he has solid potential. Might as well get him in the building. Um, but yeah, I think the important thing is just trying to see if we can get one of these two 5 stars. Obviously, if we get Davion Sellers, I'm doing cartwheels. Um, but let's be frank, we're neck and neck with Bama, and their coordinators are going to be better than my coordinators. Their head coach is going to have a higher level than me, so their pitches are going to be a lot better. So but that's my recruiting group. Right now, it's only 19 players. The reason being is I have a very light senior and junior classes coming up. I have 34 freshmen and redshirt freshmen. So it's kind of foolish to bring in like mid-20s in terms of recruits because I'm going to need transfers to replace these guys. So that's where I'm at. But let us now get into Mountain West play. Colorado State, that says 47 nothing. That oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna work on running the ball since we couldn't do that last time and stopping whatever passing game these guys might hypothetically have. They do have an air raid offense, which is fun. Wow. We're favored by 22 points. Whatever. We have 2 recruits visiting. Corner Derek Watkins, who's similarly very good man guy, really quick. And then third string running back Abraham Barrett, who already has good ball carrier vision, but I need either the speed or ball security to go up. This is the 5th time that we have played them, including 2 years ago when we met Colorado State in the Mountain West Championship, and we beat them 36-7. So let's see how it goes this time. And it is tails. They win the toss and they elect to defer. I have not seen that in a while. Credit to them. Axel Hale gets an 11-yard rush to start. That's pretty good. And then he gets a yard. We're doing great. Thank you, Jason McDonald. 10-yard reception. 3rd and 6. The play action worked. I think Colorado State might just be doomed here. Let's run the ball a bit. Nehemiah Brewer with his 2nd touchdown of the year. Thank you, sir. Safety blitz. I just realized I didn't do my Thunder Smoke blitz to start. I am cursed. We're going to lose this game now in epic fashion. Maybe not. Hale, 10-yard run. We're up 14-0. This could go poorly. All right. And Derek Chambers with another sack. This could get bad. Damian Fisher sacked us. Or not Damian Fisher. That's our quarterback. Silly me. Andres Tariq with the sack. 3rd and 15. What if we try a bubble screen? No, they got us 5 yards. Oh boy. I mean, come on. When else am I going to try a bubble screen than when you're dominating Colorado State? I ask you. Axel Hale, 41-yard run. Okay. This feels like a game where the backups are going to come in. I have a sneaking suspicion of this. Ooh, they did 4 verts and it worked. Okay. All right. Credit to them. Looks like they're going to get points on the board here. Just 3 of them, but you know what? Points are points. Fisher is sacked again. That makes twice. Sacked a 3rd time. Ripping the red shirt off of Jose Crowder. I'm sort of tempted if I'm being honest. But like his pass blocking it's better than Gills, it's better than Sullivan, but Oh, the drive worked. We got a 1st down. Not like this. All right, we punt. 3rd and 2, even though it's a pass, I'm blitzing. Wow, they ran it. I did not expect that. Wow. That was one of the worst drives I've ever seen. Derek Chambers with another sack. They punt. It wasn't a bad punt return. Let's see if we can get like 3 points out of this. Looks like we will. We're running a bit low on time. There we go. I'll take 1 deep shot. Wow, I should not have taken the deep shot. Got sacked and we ran out of time. Well, if we end up losing by 3 or less, that will come back to haunt us. Though the way our defense is playing, as Luke Butler gets another sack, I don't think we're going to lose this game. We turn shoe clock back on. Jet sweep. Thank you, Johnny Huber. Oh, Hale, come on. 3rd and 7 conversion. Dang. There have been 8 sacks already in this game. Oh, Jordan lost 2 yards. I should have ran it up the middle. That was a mistake by me. We're going to go for it on 4th and 4. And we get it. Jason McDonald. Thank you, sir. Jordan goes backwards again, dude. All right, we'll take the field goal to make 21. And Colorado State punts. Fisher is sacked again. Oh, no. Their punt returner muffed the punt. That sucks. All right, 4th quarter now. Axel Hale gets a touchdown, and the backups are in because in the 3rd quarter, or excuse me, in the 4th quarter, the backups come in when there's 24-point lead. We have such reached to that point. And Evan Foster with the pick of Dwayne Stevens. Kyle Stewart is going to get some run at running back, which is going to be good. 3rd and 1. Let's not get fancy. Maybe I should have gotten fancy. Wow, they stop us twice. Credit to them. As their offense is forced to punt, Kyle Stewart goes backwards. This just vindicates me in my belief that the instant Axel Hale gets injured, our team is just we're losing. We're losing every game. Perez is sacked now. Guys, this is crazy. Oh, they converted the 3rd and 1. Not the 3rd and 11, though. All right, turnover on downs for them. We got the first. Thank you. All right, well, we won 31-3. I'll take that. But kind of worrisome things. Our running game wasn't great. Obviously, Hale crushed it, but Jordan got stuck in his tracks. Brewer didn't do anything. Stewart got killed when he came in. And then Damian Fisher got sacked 6 times, which was just hurtful. But credit to Colorado State for that, I guess. But we got 4 sacks of our own. Evan Foster got the pick, which is nice. Pretty good. What did Matthews average as a punter? 39 and 40. Okay. All right, 2-0. That works. Doo-doo-doo. Ah. All right, so Sullivan is out for a week. I'm just not going to take any risks and drop him all the way to the bottom. So that means redshirt freshman Logan Pike is going to get some run, which is terrifying. And then defensively, our transfer Brock Michael is hurt. I'm just going to drop him all the way down. Calvin Medina is going to get some reps. Or do I want Jerry Chase? I want. I'll keep Medina. All right, 2-0, not too bad. Let me look at the visits really quick. 500 points for both Watkins and Barrett, which is pretty good. It's a really good lead we built up. Oh my days. Bama offered money. They offered 1 million US. All right, so let me plan this out. Liberty. Yeah, I think I'm going to put Sellers in the Liberty game because they have the best chance of being ranked out of everyone here. And if I can also schedule Cole there, that means if I get one more defender, I get the complimentary defensive bonus. Ibrahim, Utah State. Same with Ramsey to build out that game. Lane Olson, I just want you as soon as possible since I'm so ahead of the pack. Dorian Little. Just as soon as possible. Matthew Burke. You can do Liberty just to get a defender there. Charlie Phillips, New Mexico. Jermaine Pugh. That San Diego State being away it's kind of hurting me here. The kicker. New Mexico. Devin Allen. Oh, did Texas offer money? They did. Okay. That's something to keep in mind there. New Mexico also. Actually, no. No, 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 no. I want you can come to Liberty also. And Eric Tidwell, New Mexico. Okay. Visits set in stone. Thank you. Thank you. I think it is time, especially because I'm scheduling such a late visit. It might be good to offer some money now. Baylor offered money to Cole. Yes, I will do the same. If I do a million US, that gets me 880 point pitch. I'm cool with that. Actually, screw it. Let's just do it. 2 million. We're gonna do 2 million for Sellers, and then my max for him is 3 million. Realistically, I can't afford to go much higher than that, especially since our NIL money is, only 12 million total. And then, yeah, we're just gonna have to hope that we get the recruiting pitch right. I mean, listen, odds are Bama schedules the recruiting visit against a top, 25 SEC team. They beat them by 20, and they get a 1,200 point pitch because of that. So we'll see. But you might as well throw your hat in the ring at times like these. All right, we're going up against Air Force today. They lost to ranked number 6 Baylor. No shame in that. And they just beat San Diego State. Put up 45 on them, which is nice. Brendan Dawson is a transfer from Maryland. Did he play when I played Maryland last year? No. Okay. I mean, he doesn't look terrible. He's thrown 3 picks already, which isn't great, but he can run too. Okay. Okay. Air Force is a run first team, you don't say. Yeah, we're going to work on stopping their run and our passing game. We are favored by 15.5 points. I have 2 recruits visiting. Seth Rashid, as mentioned before, and then 3-star defensive lineman Skylar Murrell, who is only here because of his A-minus potential. History, Air Force has been Fresno State's boogeyman in the Mountain West. They beat them in the Mountain West Championship before I got here. And then in 2028, they were the only team to beat us in the regular season. We then avenged that loss in the Mountain West Championship game, and we blew them out a year later. So we'll see how it goes here. But yeah, Air Force is our boogeyman, or at least Fresno State's boogeyman. So to be fair, they're 1-2 against us. That's better than every other team. Air Force elects to defer. All right. We really need to score first. That is just a statement of object fact. 1-yard run doesn't really help me. 17-yard pass does. Hashtag analysis. The jet sweep successful. Here's a question. 87 ball carrier vision. Let's try some option. Let's hit Air Force with their own medicine. 12-yard rush. Okay? Okay. We might bust out some option as Dennis Jordan gets the touchdown. Oh, I forgot to do the Thundersmoke Blitz. I was punished for that. Engage 8. Didn't work. Yeah, I mean, if we can get some running ability into Damian Fisher's game, that'll definitely help our just not so great running back room. 3rd and 6. Let's bring the safety down. There we go. All right, they have to sell for a field goal. Though, I mean, their offense did pretty good getting down the field there. Dennis Jordan, 14-yard rush. Okay. Okay. And the option seems to be the move here. Nehemiah Brewer gets in the end zone. We're up 14-3. That works. Yeah. All right. The safety blitzes and the engage 8s are not working as hoped. They're going for it on 4th and 7? Wow. I've never really seen that before. Like in the second quarter? I'm not going to complain. Eli Wynn gets the sack, but wow, I've never seen the AI do that. I mean, I get it. It's at the 35-yard line. You're not making the field goal, but I figured they would have punted. Interesting. Anyway, we punt the ball right back to them. The gap press did not work. The mid blitz worked until it didn't. Huh. Yeah, it's kind of cool that the AI does that. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. All right. Now that we're out of our own red zone, essentially, see if we can. I'm not going to go up tempo. I'm just going to go normal and see if we can get there. Now I'll go up tempo. At the 7, at the 1, chew clock. And I'm going to break my rule. QB sneak. Fisher gets in. Cool. They're still running it, so let's get out of cover 4 quarters. Guys, if they did 2 straight runs, AI, why would I stay in cover 4 quarters? Sometimes the game's suggested plays just don't make much sense. The engage 8 worked there. Just let the record show. There we go. Calvin Medina. How many times have they thrown the ball? 12, same as me. Okay. There we go. Derek Chambers with another sack. They made the 48-yarder. Okay. That's no small feat. Triple option. It kind of worked. There we go. 3rd and 4. I'm going to run it. And if we get like 2-3 yards, I'm going for it. Or we just get 6 and I never have to play that game. Hey! They sacked us. Well, we make the field goal, so all is well. There we go. Calvin Medina justifying his place in the lineup. I think going too high safety there was not the right call. But they punt anyway. Now we punt. This is turned into ping pong. Gavin run with the pick. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 31-yard pass to Boyle. Sure. I'll take that. Dennis Jordan gets us the 7. Field goal again. I mean, I know we've scored 27 points, but a little bit of credit to Air Force's defense. They're making us settle for long field goals. All right, the backups are... Oh, no, the backups are not in. My mistake. Now they're in. 3rd and 4, let's pass. It did not work. 49-yarder. I mean, I'm just going to punt that back to them. Dang. They beat the engaged 8 guys. Oh, and then Evan Foster with the pick. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. 3rd and 11, just send it. Hashtag just send it was not successful. I didn't see who got the sack there. Rodolfo Horn, thank you, sir. They're staying in the I formation, which I respect. Oh, 50 yards as they get it out of the backfield. Okay. Air Force might get a touchdown here. No dice. Turnover on downs. All right. Well, they had the opportunity to make the score look a little bit closer than it was, but again, I mean, we scored 30 points. You can't really complain. We never turned the ball over, but 2 of 8 on 3rd down for us is bad. Our running game came alive. as they averaged 6 yards a carry. Hale was great. Jordan finally had a good game. Fisher got involved a little bit in the running game. I think that's something I'll look to do more this season, just to add another dimension to Fisher's game while I still have him. But 3 sacks from our defense, including one from depth redshirt freshman Rodolfo Horn. So good for him. Evan Foster with his second pick of the year. It's pretty good. Matthews 3 for 3 on kicks. I mean, we're 3-0. Looking pretty good. I think our run game will be helped if I can get Damian Fisher involved in the game. Because it's not that I think, like, Axel Hale and Dennis Jordan are bad running backs. It's just, especially Jordan, like the Jordan Brewer combo is worse than what we've had before. Dakota Lanier is hurt. No. Hmm. 5 week injury. That's not nothing. All right, Michael and Sullivan are back, so let's settle that first. Oh, Jose Crowder wants to play. Well, buddy, if I'm being wholly honest with you, I mean, all right, let's think about this for a second. So, where would he? I mean, he would slide in like, yeah, he would be fifth probably over Grant. But I mean, look, I'm losing one, two, three, four, five O linemen after this season. So if Crowder wants to leave, I can just offer him the playing time he wants and we'll be fine. And I know like he's a JUCO dude, but and don't get me wrong, he's very good. I paid him $1 million. But if I can get him for the next 2 years, that'll be great. Any of my wide receivers want to leave? No, but Preston Norton is complaining. Which, is fair if I'm being honest. I think honestly, yeah. Let me move him a bit above Huber just to see what he can do. But honestly, I might just cut Norton at the end of the season anyway. Actually, yeah, I'll probably do that. So yeah, Huber can just play. Any other red shirt guys complaining about leaving? Does not look like it. No. All right, so Lanier is hurt. However, I mean, the 102 zone coverage is still insanely clutch, even if he's a bad tackler now. I think I'll keep him at 2. That's that is my humble decision. I anticipate Caden Bowers complaining about playing time, but that's just going to have to come whenever. All right, so 650 points for both Rashid and Merle, which is great. I think my goal with these early visits is to just get so far ahead of the teams behind. All right, we both scheduled. Ooh. Okay, so Bama scheduled week 6 against a terrible Vandy team. So they're not going to get the ranked opponent boost. And hopefully they won't get like this game is a classic boost. Okay, Liberty, I need you to win out. What's your schedule? Arkansas, winnable. UConn, I mean, they can run this. Please run it, Liberty. Please be ranked when I play you. Because that might legitimately make the difference. Oh, Baylor offered more money. And they scheduled, week 4. Okay. Okay. Oh, I need Liberty to be ranked, man. Okay. Well, that's not great. All right, we're catching Texas on Devin Allen, which is good. I think right now I'm going to hold off on offering money until we get to week 11. And if neither of these guys are going to commit soon or whatever, then that's the week I pay them money. Because then I'll get the recruiting visit boost, I'll get NIL boost immediately, and hopefully that will be enough to just secure their signature right out the gate. That is my plan. May it succeed. I just realized I forgot to move Brock Michael back up. That could have been disastrous. How's Eli Wynn doing this year? 7 tackles, 2 for loss of sack. Ooh, we could have somebody here. All right, so we're going up against our former team in Kent State. Very few players from when we recruited them would still be there. Casey McGill is still here, which is cool. So far this year, they've beaten an FCS team in Ball State, and they just lost an OT to Northern Illinois. One of the reasons I've scheduled them this year is this guy right here, Weston Brewer, who they transferred in from Louisville, gave the starting job, and he has won so many awards. You know, MAC Freshman of the Year, First Team All Freshman. Then last year, he was QB of the Year, First Team All American QB, MAC Player of the Year, MAC QB of the Year. Because, and while he doesn't pass the ball at all, he ran for 2,000 yards last year with 19 touchdowns, which is insane. So far this year, he's ran for 90 and a touchdown against the FCS school, 97, 2 touchdowns against Ball State, and 116 yards against Northern Illinois. I am so excited to face off against Weston Brewer, and just see what he's got, how he plays. This is his attributes right now. He has 91 speed, 100 strength, 98 ball carrier vision, which is crazy. So that's going to be really fun. We're obviously working on stopping the run and are on our own run game. So we'll see how that plays. At the moment, we have to hold one more opponent to less than 100 rushing yards. I don't think this will be that game because they're going to run the ball 97,000 times. So here we go. We're favored by 7.5 points. And just as a reminder, last year, Kent State went 12-2 and undefeated in their conference. So they're coming off of a really, really good year. However, as I've just noticed, the defense is a 78, which is like back when I was there, levels of bad. It also must be said that when I left, the recruiting class that I brought in was 74th. So I really left it like the best time. Their coach is my former offensive coordinator, Oscar Stahl. He was my OC for 4 years, and then he's been head coach for the last 4. So we'll see how this plays. Kent State has 10 recruits visiting today. Oh, boy. Well, let's play. I'm excited going up against our former team with a really great, wacky quarterback. They have elected to receive. You already know. Send the house. Get them. This could be a fun one. Blitz the safeties, no dice. They try to pass. It didn't work. Send the house. All right, they're going for it on 4th and 2. I'm going to blitz. Even though they're in the shotgun spread, I'm still hitting them. There we go. They tried the triple option. Eli Wynn was there. Turnover on downs to open. The star quarterback. 5 carries, 22 yards so far. He's already ran it 5 times. This is going to be insanity, people. This honestly might be one where the game is just over so quickly. Because we're going to run the ball a ton. They're going to run the ball a ton. I say as Damian Fisher gets sacked on the second play, but we convert the 3rd and 11. We're awesome. I don't think there's going to be a lot of drives this game. So getting in the end zone is going to be imperative. What a word that is. Thank you, Boyle, for the 8-yard pass. And again for the 6-yard touchdown. We take the lead. Engage 8, send it. It worked. Parker Williamson, they went backwards. And they punt. Okay. Pretty good. We convert the 3rd and 7. Nice McDonald. 3rd and 4. We're going to bust out the option. 9-yard rush from Fisher. See, you're not the only QB who can do it, he says to like the greatest running QB in college football history based on his numbers. Touchdown on 3rd and 9. Unlucky for Kent State here. We're never this good on 3rd down. Oh, they punch. Fisher is picked. Brock David. Here's a simple question, Brock. Did I recruit you? Oh, I did. Yep. I redshirted him. I redshirted him in 2027, and now he's playing and he's picked me off. Rude. How could you do this to me, Brock? Oh, and then Wesley Oliver fumbles. I didn't recruit him. Bryson forces the fumble and recovers. Preston Norton with a reception. See, Preston, even though you're buried in the depth chart, you can still do some work. Nehemiah Brewer, 13 yards. Okay. I am no longer worried about us losing this game. 3rd and 7, I mean, I'm going to blitz them. Yeah. All right, we're just going to run the ball out to end the half. Cool. Well, early results, as you can see, doing pretty good. We're stopping their rushing game dead in its tracks. And I think I overestimated, when I said there wouldn't be that many drives, I operated under the assumption that, like, Kent State would get, like, 3-4 yards of play, and they would just, inch their way down the field. Not that we would get, a couple of straight 3-and-outs and get the ball back immediately. That play is nerfed. And Axel Hale, 11-yard run. See, now I feel kind of bad. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. They're driving. They're moving. 3rd and 7, blitz. Get them. They got 5 yards. And they make the field goal. All right, fair enough. I'm not doing 4 verts game. What are you on about? Can you imagine? All right, Brewer gets me 6 yards. I'm just going to keep running the option. There we go. All right, 4th quarter. The backups are in. I don't know why Damian Fisher was still in there, but you know what? I'm not going to ask questions. What I will do is throw the ball on 3rd and 1 at the 3. Didn't work. There we go. Stewart gets us in the end zone. All right, let's see how our backups do against this offense. Oh, they passed it over the top. I didn't think they would. No dice there, though. 52-yard make. Okay, Caden Cameron. JUCO. Oh, no, he's not JUCO. He's just recruit. He won MAC Kicker of the Year. Wow. That's an awesome kicker. Okay. Good for them. 4th and 2. We punt. Engage 8. Yeah, the gap press is just not working. 4th and 2. Send the house. And we stop them. Thank you. Good night. All right, well, we beat our former team 35-6. I honestly thought it would be a closer game just by the nature of how Kent State runs their offense. And to be fair, the time of possession was closer than a lot of the victories we've had. to their credit. But yeah, the game was never really that close after that first quarter. They only threw the ball 9 times. Brewer, 12 carries, 71 yards. Did pretty good. Fisher, 10 of 13, 117, 2 touchdowns. He did throw the pick, but that is what it is. Brewer, 9.3 yards a carry. We could have something here in terms of a running back for our future. No sacks, which is to be expected against a guy like Brewer. But they got a really good kicker there in Caden Cameron. But yeah, kind of disappointing that it was a blowout. I would have liked a closer game against my former school, but that is what it is. I'm also glad I flipped the scheduling so that Liberty was later and Kent State was earlier. Oh no. Well, in unfortunate news, transfer from Alabama, redshirt senior Alan Sullivan is out for the season. His football career is over. Wow. And yeah, he got his redshirt years at Alabama, so that's he's done. All right, now I might actually rip the red shirt off of Crowder. Because, like, Pike is bad. Hmm. But, again, you're talking about, like, would he be better than. Yeah, he would essentially be 5. And Boyer has done pretty well. Who's allowed the sacks? McLean's allowed 1. Ray is allowed 1. Pike probably hasn't played enough. No. Gill, how many is Gill allowed? 2. I still like the idea of redshirting him this year. I still think that's the good call, and I'll just try to keep him. But I accept the fact that now my O line depth takes a pretty big hit. But hey, we're gonna see a lot of Logan Pike and a lot of Pierce Ray. What was the other injury? Ricardo Thompson, 3 weeks? Oh man. Okay, well, I do that. Yeah, I mean his tackling is really low now. His coverage took a hit. I'm gonna move him to 7. That way he still gets a bit of playing time with the backups. And that also helps like Ralph Gunn and Pierce Holly get some reps. Actually, I'm gonna move Holly ahead of Q. Now that I think about it, I'm losing a little bit of pass rush ability, but I'm getting a much better tackler. So that should be that. I'll have Thompson 6. All right, well, that injury sucks as we lose Sullivan. Man, he got injured. I only got him for 3 games. Sullivan now. Well, on that depressing note, peace. All right, Bama offered enough money where they ever take us. And Baylor beat. No, they lost. Oh, they lost. Okay, downside, it was a certified classic because of the close upset, but they still lost. They only got 500 points. Yeah, Liberty lost to Arkansas. Dang it. All right, whatever. So now we're 900 behind. That's a pretty big. It's a pretty big hill to climb. Dang it! Why did it have to be a certified classic? Oh, good. And Arkansas scheduled Watkins. for their upset against Liberty. Of course. Of course they did. Oi, and Texas had their visit with Allen. They crushed it. Yeah, I think that takes us out of getting Devin Allen, even if we offer a ton of money. But he might be worth it. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep going for him until our visit. Looks like UCLA offered a scholarship for Allison. Good for them. If I just offer like 400,000, that gets me 1,000. Okay, I'll do that. Man, that's annoying. But Baylor did lose, but because it was a classic, they still get points from playing in it. I wonder if I like that rule. Like you lost in the classic, whatever. Well, no, because the recruit would see it as like, oh, it was a great game. Fair enough. Okay. That brings us to Hawaii, who have not had a good year. Their only win is an FCS school, so they're not worthy of my respect. Their QB is Donovan Hale, looks like the JUCO kid. Okay, they redshirted him. Good, good decision by the AI to redshirt for his JUCO. He has not been good. He's thrown 9 interceptions already. Sir, you've played 4 games. Well, by default, then I'll work on stopping their run game and our passing game. That's kind of fine. Man, losing Sullivan for the season sucks. I think what I'll do with regards to Crowder is if I notice like a lot of sacks happening or something, then I might pull him. But realistically, he'd only be our 5th O lineman, and whereas next year he'll probably be like our 2nd, maybe even our top, depending on how Gill and Rocco develop. Norton's still complaining. Any of my corners? Evan, are you just going to complain every year? Answer, yes. Do I move him ahead of Reyes? I don't think I do. Hmm. No, I mean I don't really think I move anything. Actually, I'm gonna flip Foster and Reyes. My argument being I already have 2 man coverage specialists up top. And with Foster, I get a little bit better tackler, a better zone guy, quicker, more IQ. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, Reyes. This is harsh on you, buddy. I'm gonna drop you a little bit. Jameson Poe wants to play. Jameson, you are a redshirt freshman. Leave me alone. When do I get Dakota back? 4 weeks. Hmm. I'll think about it. All right, we're favored by 22 points against Hawaii. They have 8 recruits visiting. And so far in the sim, if we play each other every year, obviously, because we're in division, Hawaii won the first 2, and then Fresno State proceeded to win the next 5, 3 of which were me. And yeah, outside of that first year, this game has not been particularly close. So I foresee an easy victory. We shall call tails as it never fails. Except when it does, and they elect to defer. Have I won a coin toss yet this season? That's what I want to know. 2nd and 2, sling it. Immediately sacked. Oh boy. All right. There we go. 3rd and 5. They failed to convert. One thing I did forget to check. Hale, can you run? Ooh, yes. He is a running quarterback. Okay. That is something to keep an eye on. Bold of Edward Boyle, by the way, to catch the punt at the 1. That was that was certainly one of the choices he could have made. We convert, thank you. And they do an engage 8 when I did a play action. Bad time for that. Jason McDowell, 48 yards. Touchdown. Thank you. Thank you. And Hawaii punts. Convert the 3rd and 7. McDonald is just so good, man. Edward Boyle gets us that. Hey, sacked again. And sacked even further. I'm going to punt instead of trying for the insanely long field goal. So I guess since it was a touchback, it was only like an 11-yard punt. But they punt it anyway, so no harm done. No harm there. Our offense is rolling. We're at the 8. We're at the 3. Dennis Jordan gets us there. Thank you, sir. Not going to do cover 4 quarters. Silly. Silly game. Dennis Jordan 10-yard run. Okay. Okay. We're moving. Preston Norton got a catch. The sky must be falling. And Hale runs it in. I left them a little bit of time. Uh-oh. All right, looks like they're going to get points, but the question is how many? Three. The answer was 3. Okay. And they start with the ball. Oh, 3-0. You know, the game could have been competitive there if they went down and scored a touchdown, but no dice. So now I think we just run the ball a bit. 3rd and 7. They don't expect the read option. Ha ha! We got it. That's hilarious. Jerome Lockhart getting involved. We love to see it. Keith Montgomery with a touchdown. Excuse me? Take the lead. 28-3. Or rather, we extend the lead. Uh-oh. Man, for a second there, it looked like they were going to score in 3 plays. Good on our defense there. Convert on 3rd and 8. Thank you, Jerome. Sacked again. How many sacks is that? 4. I think we'd be okay. I think I'm going to keep Crowder on the Brewer with touchdown. I think I'm going to keep him on the... I'm going to redshirt him. I think it'll help in the long run. And our O-line is okay enough now where it shouldn't be a problem. That said, the backups are currently in, and they're getting toasted. There we go. Nicholas Unger with the tackle for a loss. Thank you, sir. Field goal. So the backups stay in. We're just going to run the ball a bit. As you do. Chuck it deep for the lulls. Didn't work. Man, he punted. Oh, and Lane Orn fumbles. Ricardo Thompson, who is injured at the moment, forces the fumble and takes it to the house. So we get to 42. Can we get to 50? No, because they just ran the clock out. Fair enough. All right, well, we killed Hawaii 42-9. Well, that was a really good day. Well done for the lads. Fisher, 16-22, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns. I hear that's pretty good. Pretty good. Walter Leonard, have you been targeted ever? 5 targets through the 4 previous games, and he wasn't targeted at all today. Does that mean he picked up an injury that I'm about to see? I hope not. 3 sacks. Good job, guys. Boston averaging 33 yards a punt. That 11-yard net punt for the touchback really hurt his rating there. But it's fine. Ah, Lockhart's out. That is not the tight end that I thought would get injured. Well, I think all that does is just swaps Leonard and Lockhart, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really gonna drop him below Montgomery. That would be a bit silly. All right. Got the win. Recruiting. All right, so Bama is no longer offering money, which means I can kind of keep pace with them for now. Baylor offered even more money. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get Cole, but I'm gonna keep doing the best pitch I can, and then just hope that the Week 11 Liberty gets ranked and we're able to get a lot of points. But it's not leaning that way, I must say. It must be said. Cal lost their game to Oregon, and they had too many other tight ends, so they only got 190 points. So that means we get Ibrahim, who's probably going to be our number one tight end next season. That helps. Auburn just offered 1.3 million for Christian Campbell. I don't know why the AI does this with their money. Like, firstly, you're only doing target players, so you're not getting that much of a boost there. But secondly, you're 1,200 points behind. Like, I think at the start of the season it was like 800 or something, 700. Like, that's the time to offer the money. But I'm not one to question the AI and what they do. All right, New Mexico. Hello. They have Ricardo Clayton at quarterback still. Yep, he was Mountain West QB of the year last year. Not having great success this year already with 7 turnovers, but, who they play? Oh boy. Well, he threw 2 picks against Iowa State, 2 against Air Force. That's less than ideal. Hashtag analysis. They're one of the better teams in the country in pass yards per game, but defensively, they're bottom 10 almost in passing. Not much better against the run. They do have a lot of pretty big plays. Actually, speaking of which, where are we at giving up big plays? All right. All right. There you go. Yeah, not too worried about this New Mexico team. They were good last year, to be fair. So there is always the chance of or am I thinking 2 years ago? No, it was last year. Yeah, because we met them in the Mountain West Championship and we crushed them 33 to 3 after earlier in that season they gave us probably the closest game we've had like they scored 24 unanswered points on us in the second half. It was crazy. But this time around we're favored by 26. I have 6 recruits visiting, none of whom, literally none of them, we are in close battles with. So ideally, if we get a win, like 4 of these 6 guys could just commit right now because no one else would be close. So let's see how we do against New Mexico. I'm anticipating an easy win, but such is the way of things in the Mountain West. New Mexico is elected to receive. Good for you. Send blitz. All right, they got 5 yards. I've got to look if their guy could run. Clayton, can you run? No. That's a no for those keeping track at home. And they punt. Looking pretty good. Out now, 3rd and 11. Send it. Didn't work, and now they have the ball in really good field position. However, negative 2 yard rush. Just give Brock the sack, you cowards. Nope, they punt. No one is going to get anything done today. Uh-oh. Dennis Jordan losing 3 yards on 3rd and 2. Not good. Oh, no, and their punt returner muffed the punt. Johnny Huber, 13-yard touchdown on the play action boot. Thank you. I have seen it happen quite a bit where the punt returner will fumble the punt. Wow. All right. Well, they took advantage of our blitzes there. Good. Hit him backwards. Good. Nice. Good job, defense. He missed the 19-yard field goal. See, I feel like it must have been blocked. Like, you don't miss a 19-yard field goal, right? Right? So I think it must have been blocked in some way or another. But the game doesn't have, like, sacked again. The game doesn't have, like, blocked field goals and PATs. Like, you can't return a field goal for a touchdown if you block it or something like that. So I guess it must have just missed, which is crazy. Shane Murphy with the interception. Thank you, sir. Our offense struggling as of late. Looks like the run game has arrived. I've also realized I've been on normal this whole time and not chew clock. Whoops. No wonder there's been so many drives happening already. Though then again, we have had some 3-and-outs, so I doubt it would make a difference. Brewer with the touchdown. Thank you. 3rd and 1. Send the house. Wow, okay, they're going for it on 4th and 2 from essentially the 50-yard line. I'm going to blitz again. Cardo Thompson gets a tackle. We move. 3rd and 3, they don't expect the option. They did. They anticipated the option very well. 4th and 3, let's pass it. Walter Leonard gets us to 10. Thank you, sir. Third and 1. I'm trying to burn as much the clock as I can, and then Dennis Jordan goes backwards again. Dennis. All right, well, we go up by 17. Pretty good. And when your defense pitches a shutout, can you really complain? I ask you. All right. We're just going to run the ball out here. Okay, well, early returns, they're averaging 0.6 yards a rush, which is pretty good. They're 0 for 6 on 3rd down, and they have 2 turnovers. So if we go on to lose this game, I might just retire. Just letting everyone know here. Now, that will be the end of this series. Uh-oh. 3rd and 9, corner post. It worked. Thank you, Johnny Huber. Axel Hare runs it in. All right, that was a better drive. I really want the shutout just for the defense. So we'll see. But you never know. Let's just run the ball, kill as much clock as humanly possible. Get him with the middle hook. Jason McDonald touchdown. That'll do. All right. Oi, they converted the 3rd and 10 and then got a 38-yard touchdown over the middle. Okay. But backups are in all the same. Kyle Stewart goes backwards. Sure. Good job there, Edward Boyle. Thank you. Thank you. Jet sweep. It didn't work, guys. It did not work. This will surprise you. It didn't work. Backup defense forces a 3-and-out. Good job. Thank you, Preston Norton, who I think I am going to cut at the end of the year. He's just going to get jumped in the depth chart, and at that point, he's going to be a senior. I'll just let him play elsewhere. Moises Myers with, I think, his first run of the season, and it's a touchdown. That's awesome. Look at our redshirt freshman. Good job, Eddie. Uh-oh. All right, their offense has started to come to life here. One last play. Deflected. All right, we beat New Mexico 41-7. I think their pass game did really well against us in terms of yards per attempt, but they ran it still a decent amount, and we killed their run dead. They only had one third down conversion the whole game, so I'll take that. Yeah, Dennis Jordan wasn't great. Other than that, I'm happy with the running game. Kyle Stewart also. I think my decision to play Brewer over Stewart is being vindicated so far. But yeah, no sacks from our defense. Our O-line only allowed one sack, which I'll take compared to games previous. Maybe Colorado State just has the greatest front seven in the Mountain West. You never know. Who knows? All right, we move up in the rankings. Brock Michael is injured again. Brock, buddy, what's your durability rating? D minus. How many times have you been injured before this season? 0. Cool. Man, I mean, it's 3 weeks. The bye week is going to be one of that. I'm just going to drop him probably below Medina. Yeah. Anybody get healthy? No. We've moved up to 5th in the rankings by the by. Auburn has lost to Tennessee, so they drop. Texas A&M lost to Texas. They drop. Liberty, for the record, is ranked 28 right now. So if they beat Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, Middle Tennessee, that should be enough to make them ranked. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But we had 6 guys recruit, and it's the 6 players that all attended the recruiting visit. That's awesome. That, kids, is why you schedule early. I get all 6. All right, so we get 4 3 stars, a 2-star, and then a 1-star kicker, which getting a 1-star is going to hurt my recruiting like average a bit, but who cares? He's a 71 overall kicker, A potential. His accuracy is already good. Just need the power to start ticking up. Eric Tidwell, the 2-star D lineman, him I'm less excited about, but he's got 77 block shed, 72 pursuit. The strength needs to be improved. Lane Olson, just your standard depth running back. Can't do anything well, but it's pretty balanced. High 60s and everything. Jermaine Pugh is going to be, he's a catching tight end, which is good because a lot of our tight end recruits previously been blocking guys. So Pugh will come in. He'll definitely redshirt, and then he'll be in that backup mix, I think. O-line, Charlie Phillips. You can never have enough O-linemen, especially pass blocking O-linemen. And then Dorian Little, who has a 61 overall, and I don't know how his overall is so low. It must be because his strength is a 53. Like, that has to be it. Everything else is mid-high 60s. I can't imagine man coverage is taken much into account, but yeah, the 61 overall does confuse me. because he's pretty good ratings wise, and he has B potential. So that'll do. We get all six of the players that visited New Mexico. That'll do. Oh, Bama, what'd you do? Well, they beat Vandy. They got a 75-point boost because they did complimentary defensive visitors. That now puts us 880 behind. Yeah, I mean Baylor we still could catch because we've only offered 1 million. Catching Bama, that one's gonna be tough. UCLA had their visit and they lost, but they have high enough college life that they still get a decent points. Yeah, we're pretty behind on Allison. Do I want to offer money for Allison? I forgot how many D linemen I'm going after. Like I'm gonna have 3 or 4 by the time this is all said and done. Or well, does he even care about money? No. Okay. Well, thus the question has been answered in and of itself. And getting those 6 players means that pretty much everyone now on my target list can get some semblance of a pitch, which is really good. So that definitely helps. All right. So now we play San Jose State, which famously took many of my players. Safety Antoine Hyde, this is his 2nd year there. Running back Johnny Sweeney, this is his 1st year there. He already has about the same yardage he would have had with me last year, but that yards per carry, buddy, it's looking kind of low. Grayson Todd, this is his 2nd year there. Who else did they take? They took another wide receiver, but he graduated. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, Damian Wilkinson. They also took him. They steal my players. Which, to be fair, it's not a bad idea, you know. I would like to think I have a solid team. All right. Who's our QB still? Grant Canty. Transfer from Colorado State. This man has made, what are we saying, like $5.8 million before he ever stepped on the field. That is hilarious. That's something. All right, so San Jose State, they're 1-5. They beat Utah State. I mean, their defense doesn't look that bad. They gave 45 up to Oregon, but still. I mean, their defense ain't that bad. They're 9th in opposing pass yards per attempt, 23 in pass yards per game. Rushing is a different story. And then offensively, they're one of the worst teams in the country. They're 4th worst in points per game, 4th worst in turnovers, 4th worst in first downs. I could have just said bottom 5. That would have been a more succinct way of saying it. But yeah, they're just actually terrible. Their rush yards per game is 184. Their rush yards per attempt is 3.9. Do they just run the ball every play? They ran it for yeah, they just don't pass it. Okay. Fair enough. What's their running back room looking like? Obviously Johnny Sweeney, who is our former backup. He was our 4th running back last year. We let him go for greener pastures. I'm not too worried, though it would be kind of funny if he has like a career day against us. There would be some irony in that. All right. Now I should have clicked stop their running, but It's fine. I doubt it'll make a difference either way. We're favored by 24 points. San Jose State has 10 recruits visiting. And so far in the sim, Fresno State is 7-0 against this team. However, as I say every year, San Jose State was legitimately the worst team in the save for like the first 4 years of this. And then naturally, when I come, they start being competitive. So we will call tails. The fact that it's failed every time today is irrelevant. Didn't fail now. We will defer. Johnny Sweeney, -1 yard. Welcome to the show, my friend. Oi, and they pass it over the top for a first down. Okay. Okay. Looks like they also run some option. That would have been good to check. Yep, he is definitely a running QB. His ball security, though, is a 60. So if I don't force a fumble, somebody should be embarrassed. They make the 49-yarder. Let the record show. We're losing. Will we be losing for long? Who knows? 3 and out, though. They get the ball back. All right. 45-yard punt. And there's your fumble. Derek Chambers got to the fumble. I said that in like 15 seconds later. Chambers delivers. Thanks, buddy. That'll do. We convert the third one barely. Johnny Huber with the touchdown. Our wide receiver room is so talented and so deep. It's actually crazy. Johnny Sweeney, -2 yards. Sometimes grass is not always greener, my friend. Then again, he wanted to play, and here he wouldn't play. So, to be fair, I guess the grass was greener for him. 3rd and 2, let's run it. I'll show you how to run the option. Maybe not. We got 2 yards. Maybe not. And then we get sacked. Antoine. How could you, Antoine? How could you, sir? To be fair, he barely played for them last year. Yeah. It's a shame. He wanted to be a star, and he never really was. 3rd and 13. Only a madman would blitz. They did 4 verts. That could have backfired spectacularly. So they get that off. Dennis Jordan. Not 10 minutes after I say he needs to play better, gets a 42-yard touchdown run. For anyone curious, that brings the stat line today to 4 carries and 56. So before that, he was what, 4 of 14? Yep. Not a great day for our running backs. 3rd and 14. Luke Butler with the sack. Good for him. All right, let's try to get our run game going. Please. May I? 3rd and 4, I'm going to run it, and then if I get 2 to 3 yards, I'm going for it. Never mind, Dennis Jordan got me 8, and then Brewer gets a 12 for the touchdown. We're good. A little bit of a scare there toward the beginning of the game, but totally near tackle for a loss. They punt. Think we're in business now. I'm keeping chew clock on until we get across the 50, which we have done so. He says when we were across the 50 on the last play. It's fine. I can do math. There we go. Let's switch to chew clock. And, actually, get him with the pass. Preston Norton, touchdown. They did a free safety blitz at the 4-yard line. I respect it. They punt, and we're just going to run the ball out. Well, at halftime, I think we're going to win. They're averaging 1.1 yards per rush. Keep in mind, they have also ran it 18 times. So, yeah. I think now the objective just needs to be keep running the ball, burn a lot of clock, because I don't know how long before their run game starts working. And it might just not. We might just barrel through them the whole game. But better safe than sorry. All punts. All right, good punt. They're burned at the 10. Oh, 17-yard rush. How dare they? But they punt all the same. Man. Antoine again. And they punt also. Everyone is punting. The final score of this game is just going to be 28-3. It's going to be hilarious. Oh boy. All right, backups are in. First and goal at the 1. Let's just do the classic goal line dive. Kyle Stewart gets it in. We've scored 30. Johnny Sweeney still going backwards as they punt once again. Uh-oh. They just got like 3 first downs in a row. That was crazy. All right, they're going for it on 4th and 2. I'm just going to send the house. They ran it to the outside. So looks like they'll get points. Could call on the blitz, but they still burned us. They got us on the RPO. All right. That will do it as we beat San Jose State 35-10. I think their run game definitely got better, but it still wasn't nearly enough to keep pace with us. Fisher did really good, 14 of 20, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jordan, I mean, he had the big run. He did solid. Axel Hale, a little shakier, but that's fine. Brewer got a touchdown. Stewart also got a touchdown. Good for him. Johnny Huber, I mean, quietly, he's not getting that many snaps, but when he does, he's putting in work. They sacked us twice. We sacked them twice. Thanks, Hyde. How could you, my friend? Oh, boy. Yeah, not too bad, I think. Pretty good performance. Happy with our run game also. Ish. Ish. I'll put the ish caveat on there. Hey, no new injuries, and Ricardo Thompson is healthy again. So we're just gonna do one of those. Means Pierce Hawley is still gonna complain about his playing time, but whatever. Norton, I bet Norton's cutoff is 30%, which realistically he's just not gonna hit. But that is what it is. Okay. So we're at the bye week. We've moved up to 3, I guess, because a couple teams had their bye and so they dropped. That's interesting. Let me take quick stock. So yeah, so Bryson is gone. Fisher, I'll hopefully have to convince to stay if I can. I don't even know if I'll be able to. Eddie Morrison will probably stay. Estes is on pace to get his 60%, and Diego Boston is on pace to get his 9 games. Transfer risk. So Crowder's the big one. I can convince him to stay. Foster, I think we'll see. Riley, you're joking. You're actually joking. He wants to be a star, doesn't he? No. Do I bench Perez? Honestly, yes. Though, I mean, if Wilder's cutoff is 20%, then there's no hope for that. But he can be my new backup for a bit. That's fine. I will allow that. All right. I mean, we're closer to Alabama with Sellers than we are to Baylor with Cole or Texas with Allen, which is good. I think I need to get one of those three. If I get two of them, I'm over the moon, is how I would phrase it. And right now I've invested 3.4 million in all of them. I think I'll up it to 2.5 for sellers. And I'll up it to 1.5 for coal. But right now, assuming I get all of them, that leaves me 7.6 million for transfer. And that's before I have to pay anyone to convince them to stay. I think that's okay. All right, let's advance. I think Dakota Lanier should be back to full, assuming I did my math right, which you never know. Cool, I did my math right. All right, so Lanier is going to be one. Um, I'll give Poe a couple games as our third safety just to see what he can do. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get Allison. I mean, I might. I also just don't know if I really want to offer money. We'll see. We shall see. If I get none of those top defensive recruits, that will be a bit frustrating. I must say. But we'll see. All right, let's do the Nevada game, and then I think that will be it for this video. They are 2-5. Their only wins to an FCS school and UNLV. Now, I would insult UNLV, except famously, they beat us last year to deny us an undefeated regular season. They are, wow, that's a lot of red. So they're bottom 10 in pretty much, they're bottom 10 or bottom 20 in almost every single defensive category, with the exception of opposing pass yards per game and opposing drives per game. They give up a lot of big plays. They are the fifth worst team in terms of, yeah, this should be probably the easiest one we've had this season. Let's work on our passing game and stopping their passing game. I didn't even look at who their quarterback was. Who you got? William Durant, who originally was on my team. Hi, and then I cut him when I arrived. Because yeah, these were his ratings, and I'm like, listen, dude, I don't need you. So I cut him. He transferred to UCLA, played 2 games for 3 years, transferred to Nevada. Look at all the money he made. He made 700,000, 2.4 million, so 3 million, 4 million. He made $7 million for this career so far. Not a bad gig if you can get it. All right, we're favored by 27.5 points. Nevada has 9 recruits visiting. So far in the sim, we're 7-0 against them. They've been one of the worst teams in the Mountain West, which isn't saying much, admittedly. We will defer. Let's see what Nevada can do. And on the first play, Bryson gets the pick. Cool. Cool. Only a fool would do a deep pass on 2nd and goal at the 4. It didn't work. Axel Hale got in the end zone, though. Oh, boy. Well, that's about as good a start as you can hope for. And they punt. Oi! And Hale has his first fumble of the season. And Nevada takes over. Bad call by me to blitz there, I think. And they get the touchdown. Okay, tied game. Not for nothing. Nevada is putting up a fight. The read option did not work. Nor did the slants, as Fisher gets sacked. All right. I mean, I'm just going to keep blitzing. I don't care that they're passing. Oh, they did verts. All right. They're going for it on 4th and 3. I'm going to bring the safety down. There we go. Caden Caldwell with the pass deflection. Okay, we have good field position. Let's make use of it. Thank you, Giovanni. And then Lockhart fumbles the ball away. For the record, this is exactly what happened in the UNLV game when we lost. We just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. I'm going zone. They did RPO and they don't get it. Okay, take 2, electric boogaloo. We get 2 yards and we punt. Yikes. They punt as well. There we go. We get in the red zone. 4th and 1 from the 9. I'm going for it. We get it. Why stick? No dice. But Nehemiah Brewer takes it to the outside and we get the touchdown. Good man. 3rd and 2. Let's be aggressive. Blitz. They did slants. Bad call. All right. 3rd and 12. They get the first. All right. They have to settle for a field goal. I'm just going to run the ball to end the half here. It's a shame. We got pretty good runs there. You know what? What the heck? 1 second left. Hail Mary. Send it. No, he got picked. That's what I get. Okay. Overall, not going too well, as you can see. The interception on the Hail Mary is unfortunate for Fisher's stat line. It must be said. We punt. Nevada's doing pretty well. They beat our blitz there and got like 36 yards. There we go. Eddie Morrison tackle for loss. Thank you, sir. All right, we need to run the ball. We need to run the ball, burn as much clock as we can, get in the end zone, take a double-digit lead. The sack is counter to my plan. There we go. Giovanni Boyle, 28-yard touchdown. Okay, we're up by 11. The way our defense is playing, that should honestly be enough to just take it. They punt. Oh, that works. Now we just run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Jet sweep. Bust out an option. All right, yeah. Yep, we're good. We're good now, I think. Axel Hale gets in the end zone. We're up by 18. That should do it. Woo. I was looking at my close there. Luke Butler gets the sack. Dennis Jordan, 38-yarder. Where was that the whole game, sir? No dice. All right, backups are in. They could not get in the end zone. Yeah, I feel like Nevada's going to score here. Can we keep him out of the end zone? Yes, we can. Eli Wynn gets the sack. Good on you, sir. 3rd and 3. Let's pass it. Good call. See a little bit of what Wilder can do. No dice. All right. We win 31-10, and honestly, I mean, that was, the box score isn't great for them because we outscored them 17-0 in the second half, but I mean, they did some damage to us. I think what ended up being the difference is simply they only had 2.4 yards per rush, but we also had 3 turnovers, 4 of 10 on 3rd down. Not good, obviously. Derek Fisher had that pick on the Hail Mary, which that is what it is. Hale had 2 touchdowns. He did have the fumble. Brewer got another touchdown. Dennis Jordan, 8.1 yards per rush. Feel like that's pretty good. Davin Waugh caught a pass. What? And yeah, I mean, they got two forced fumbles and got a pick. Usually, you do that against us, you get the win, but not today. And that was a pretty good game. That was the most worried I think I've been in a conference game this season, and we still won it by 21. Which I think that just shows sort of the depth between us in the Mountain West and everyone else. Where even though we have one of our worst games, we still take it. Eddie Morrison being out, getting a minor injury is disconcerting. Let me move Michael back. So Morrison now, I would say probably drops to blow in. No, he's ahead of Win and ahead of Michael. I think that's where that stops. So yeah, Morrison drops to 4, I would say. All right, so looking at it, I mean, we're 8-0. We started the season ranked 10. We have moved up to 5, which I think is all you can hope for. Doesn't look like there's many undefeated teams left. OSU is undefeated. We're undefeated. South Florida is 9-0. Shout out USF. Liberty is ranked. We need them to win their next game. FIU is also ranked, but looks like that's it. Bama has 2 losses this year, by the way. They lost to LSU and Mississippi State. Wow, they scheduled Michigan and put 63 points on them. That's actually insane. That's wild. Anyway. I mean, everything's gone pretty much the way we could have hoped. I think the big negatives is our passing game just isn't quite there. Our running game has been off and on, but other than that, defensively, we're crushing it. We have had a decent amount of injuries. We've had a couple D linemen go out. Alan Sullivan's out for the season, but that is what it is. We have satisfied the diamond donor goal of hold at least 3 opponents to 100 yards or fewer. We've done that 5 times. We are on pace to get the silver goal of hold opponents less than 24 points per game. Currently, they're only averaging 9. I hear that's pretty good. What place is that, honestly? Posing second. Who is 1? OSU, surely. Yep, they're averaging 8. That's crazy. All right. But thank you all for watching. This was about as good a run as we could hope for to start the year. I think, the expectation is obviously we win out and make the playoff for a 3rd straight year and see what damage can be done. We do have the looming specter of our top D lineman, top linebacker, top corner, and star quarterback all leaving for the draft after this year. So things may get a bit shaky after this year. We'll see. But thank you all for watching. Next stream will probably be next week, where we will finish out this season. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we go undefeated going into the conference championship game and then the playoffs. For reference, Wyoming, Air Force, and Colorado State are all tied in conference record on the other side of things. So who knows who we play? We'll see. But thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.